Welcome to The Fence with your hosts, Mitch
and Gars.
We dive into all kinds of topics to help give a leg up to both first-time exercisers or those interested in getting into strength training for the first time. The topics we cover could help with fat loss, could help with muscle gain, could help you just improve your current routine in the gym. Let us help you get off the fence and into the body you deserve.
Yeah, and today, though, we have a battle of four titans. It's getting almost to the close. Last, how many weeks?
We're on week 6. And welcome back our guest, Ryan, previous guest.
What up?
Gym owner of Focus Feehan, or Focus Fitness.
Close enough.
Focus Fitness. At Focus Feehan on Instagram. Feehan?
Either one's fine, dude. People mess it up all the time. It doesn't really matter which one you say.
Right.
So chill.
But yeah, we're on week 6 of our friendly fat loss competition. We're getting down to the, it's close to the tape here.
And results are wild today.
Results are wild.
For sure.
Gars playing games with us. Brenner's out. He has a boo-boo and he couldn't make it. No, I'm just kidding. He's busy. He's working. Missy Brenner. So he sent his way in from yesterday, and so we're going to update on all that progress. Who's pulling it up?
I got it right here.
Thank you, senor.
So only thing I don't have is Brenner's original weight, but I think he's up a little bit from his
pound and something, I believe.
Yeah, so his weight came in at 221 and 17.5% body fat.
I feel like he's still going down.
I'm actually surprised.
I think he's up a little bit. I think High Rocks did him dirty too.
Yeah,
because he was making good progress. High Rocks happened. He's been up.
Hasn't been
past 2 weigh-ins. Yeah,
I swore he was heavier than that.
I could probably find it. It'll take me a minute, but I can find it.
Yeah, probably we have to go to the beginning.
It's in the group text. Just scroll all the way up.
Yeah.
Just go to photos, shared photos.
So he was 219 at 17.1.
Oh.
What it was. I thought that was going to take me a lot longer. Find that.
All right, cool.
It took me like 2 seconds.
All right. So Brenner's kind of breaking even here.
Yeah, he's hanging around the same spot.
All right.
He's up just a smidge.
So you guys pretty much are sharing the first 2 places right now, and I'm on the 3rd place, and Brennan right now, it's like tickling my back.
So we go to Mitch here. Mitch started at 226, is down to 224. Body fat is down 0.2% at 16.5 now. So a little bit of progress, a smidge.
I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. I'm stronger.
Your muscle mass is down like a pound, so it really hasn't changed.
All right.
Which isn't bad.
I'm gonna have to do a sprint. This go hard these next 2 weeks.
I feel like we're all thinking that same thing right now. Like, I'm just gonna not eat for 2 weeks and just see what happens.
Right.
Oh hell no.
500 calories a day for me. And we'll go to Gar, who is just.
So
what are you doing, dude?
Okay,
what are you doing?
Just say the weight first. Just say the weight first and what I was weight. 2 weeks.
All right, so Gar's starting weight was like 231, right?
231.4. I just found it.
All right, so 231.4 was Gar's starting weight. After 2 weeks, Gar dropped down to 220 because he didn't eat for 2 weeks, apparently. And now Gar is already back up to 230 pounds, and his body fat went up a whole percent. I don't know what.
How much is it right now, the body fat?
16.7.
16.7.
So it's probably about 16 and a half.
So in the beginning, it was 16.8.
Okay.
So check this out. How much is the muscle mass right now?
Muscle mass, 182.
Okay, it was just 1 pound more.
It was
before.
176 a month ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
But yeah, it was 1 pound more in the beginning when I was 231.4.
So then why are you fluctuating so much?
Because I was like, hell! Because 2 weeks ago I was 218. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
218 point something. And I was like, man, losing weight is great, but I want to be big. So
Gar was like, I'm winning. I'm bored now. I'm gonna go lose now.
So I'm just gonna play around a little bit. So I started consuming a lot of dairy other than doing meat, because you can actually overconsume easily the cheese. Point of the carnivore diet is it's hard to overdo with the meat because, listen, when you're full, you're full. You cannot eat more than you can, all right? With the junk foods, it's actually the other way around. That's why carnivore people are losing weight like crazy. Well, everyone is like, for them it's hard. But I wanted to gain some mass, and I stopped running completely too.
Did you?
For the past 2 weeks, I didn't touch anything.
So when you say you like overconsumed dairy, what does that look like? To
A lot of
overconsume,
cheese.
how much cheese are we talking about, dude?
Okay.
How much was it? Pasteurized milk you're only drinking, right?
Nah, raw milk, bro.
Raw milk, my bad, dude. What do I?
Raw
eat?
milk,
Excuse
brother.
me. So like, how much milk and cheese are you consuming to put back on, like, weight that rapidly and drop weight that rapidly?
Oh, hell, dude. It's like, imagine. So let's say it's close to 0.3 to half pounds of cheese, I would say.
Like a day or like a serving?
Day.
Okay, about to say,
Yeah.
because it wouldn't surprise me if that's a serving for you either, because you sent me your diet.
Half pound of cheese.
It was like 4,500 calories of eggs and dairy and.
Oh, that was a wild one.
Dude, that's like
I'm
a,
like, what are you doing?
that's like
You're
a whole block of cheese.
I know. I'm just munch on
You're
that
just sitting
shit.
there like eating it like a protein
With the
bar.
eggs and
Yeah,
stuff.
he put in the chat. He was like, yeah, today I've had 20 eggs, 2 pounds of ground beef, and a steak for dinner. He's like, I've had like 3 cups of milk, and I've added cheese on everything.
But
I'm
when
like,
you
what
eat that lean, the weight just falls off.
yeah, so like you don't, when you don't intake the carbs and whatnot, like it's 1/3 of your diet's gone for the most part. It's like you're not going to overeat on stuff.
Yeah, well, like when you look into the carnivore diet too, like a lot of people, when they stop cheese, they just start shedding weight again, you know? So that's probably what I'm going to do now again.
So who's in first place?
I think it's me now, technically,
Look at that.
which is
What a
How
turnaround.
the tides have turned.
What
I'm
a
not doing that well
turnaround.
either, dude. Like I'm down 2 pounds. I was 252, weighing in at 250 today. This morning I was 248 for the record. Just saying, drank a little bit of water, put on some weight as the day goes on.
Have you eaten today?
No, and that's why I'm like annoyed with that.
Yeah.
Because like I was hoping to come in here at like 249, now I'm 250, and I'm like getting annoyed about a pound, which normally I wouldn't.
Did you take your shirt off?
I didn't.
Your hat?
I don't think I took my hat off either.
Your
Whatever.
pants?
No, I will next time though. Just
just
the
strip down.
pants. I'm just taking the pants off next time.
You know what they call that, right? I love this term. They call it shirt cocking. And I love it.
What movie is that? That's from a movie.
It is. I forget where I heard that. It's definitely Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's from though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was that weird movie where he like has a clone. Have you seen that one?
I don't.
It's
I don't
really.
think
Oh, it's
so.
not a movie. It's a show. It's a series. It's really good. He like goes to the same salon that Tom Brady does, and basically they have this like cloning program there. You pay him cash under the table, and they clone you. They kill your old body, and like it removes all the imperfections. So then you're alive, your best self, with no defects. Or
Is that how Tom Brady is Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
So like every couple years, Tom Brady goes there and he gets cloned, and then comes back, better and younger than ever.
That checks
Damn
out.
it. And I thought they were doing stem cell therapy, but I guess I'm
That's why
too
his
naive.
cheekbones get higher every time you see Tom
Right,
Brady,
right,
dude. But my body fat's down like 0.2%. It was 19.9. Now it's 19.7. It's been as low as like 19.2 for me. But like the challenge kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Let me tell you why. All right. So my first weigh-in was 252. 6 weeks ago, I was not 252 pounds. I was for like one day. And I had a long weekend of like not really eating, and I worked like 20 hours that weekend. So I came here, and when I weighed in, I was like, oh my God, I'm like really light right now. The heaviest I was around that time was like 262. So like I'm down like, as of this morning, like 14 pounds in my own head. And then I come here and I weigh in, and I'm like, I'm only down 2 pounds. Like it's so, like I don't get credit for anything that I did, man.
before.
Yeah.
I started
'cause-
ramping up my consistency too right before this, and so I wish I would have just stayed fat and sad.
Like, because that's when this, after 2 weeks, my weight went back up to 256. And that was our first, that was our second weigh in. And I was like, that makes more sense. That's what I thought I was going to be around the first time. So, like, I had to make it way harder on myself to make any progress.
We're just gonna have to go hard these next 2 weeks, man.
That's it, man.
I want to see myself down to 14% body fat, which is 2% body fat.
That's a lot in 2 weeks, but it's not, like, unreasonable.
It's not
to
unreasonable.
do,
I've done it.
you
I know I can do it.
Yeah, it's not, like, super crazy to think that you can do that.
Yo,
Stay super hydrated.
did you
calorie
see in the
deficit.
picture I sent of in body?
Yeah. What was the
yeah.
difference between what we just did?
10%, right?
10% body fat. on
Yeah,
the
that's
body.
crazy.
What did this say? What did Renfro say?
16 or
16.
17.
Really?
Yeah.
But your Renfro was weeks ago, right?
When did I send it? Last week?
Yeah,
This week?
the in-body was either this week or late last week. I forget which day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was 2 weeks ago, the difference from 2 weeks ago, he put back on.
I mean, even the
15
difference-
pounds.
Not 2 weeks ago. Not 2 weeks ago.
Even the difference in 5 days for him right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I already was 229 there.
I don't even think
Okay.
Gars changing anything. I think he's just shifting what day he shits. Remember how he said he only shits like every 3 days to a week? I think he's just strategically timing his poops and messing with us. It's just one. He dropped that 15 pounds 15 minutes before this meeting.
That's it, dude.
June 14th. June
All right, so a week
14th.
ago.
214.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a week ago on the dot.
Strategically take.
I was waiting for the change of subject, dude. I was waiting for it.
I'm enjoying it. This is just a hangout session.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So methods, I have not changed anything, which is probably why I'm pretty much exactly where I was. I figured just keep doing what I had done the prior 2 weeks with the increase. I will say my cardio hasn't been as consistent. I was doing 2 days with my strength and cardio. So I think that's why I'm maintaining and I haven't lost a couple more pounds, aka percentage of body fat. I'm still staying away from processed carbs. And I'm doing very little carbs at all, man. Like rice. We had a couple noodles in a pot. It was pasta, but it was like all ground turkey with like just a couple noodles sprinkled in. I was like, babe, what the heck is this? But staying low carb. And I think for this last 2 week stretch, I'm gonna completely swear off of alcohol, which will make a huge difference by itself.
Yeah.
Stay a little more consistent with my sprints, and I might just try to eat in a little bit more of a caloric deficit too, just as a whole. I think that's my my strategy that I'm going to implement to see progress, so I don't have to wear a dress to steak dinner.
You saying, Gar?
Well,
Anyways,
your tactics. You kind of told us a little bit about the increased dairy and stuff. So what were your tactics this last 2 weeks that had you put back on the 12, 15 pounds that you lost?
I mean, listen, man, I didn't touch my running shoes for shit. You know, I didn't run at all. So, and I just started eating dairy a lot. Now I'm just going to cut half of it probably because I still want to be strong as hell.
Right.
And I've been getting strong. So I've been pulling some crazy numbers on the squats. And deadlift been getting up there too.
I haven't deadlifted in like 2. I haven't deadlifted since, since
Who-
I hit 500.
You are like a handicap now. So
I'm
I
like,
cannot
cool.
do-
I'm like, I got 500. I don't need to deadlift ever again.
Okay, I'm just going to do in a week or two like 505 just to...
Just to get on my nerves. Got it.
Exactly.
Understood.
With 4 months past the surgery just
Oh, okay, that's
to mess
great.
with you even more.
Oh, that's great. I love that for me.
While I will lose the weight more. And while I'm like 7-8 years older than he is and 30 pounds less.
Yep. Something like that. Yeah. Congrats on your success.
Flexing.
So my tactics coming up for this will be probably a little bit challenging because I have.
Sorry, I had to.
I gotta up the cardio, and hoping that my hamstring holds up because that just I don't know what I did to it, but I popped it again, so it's strained right now. It's not real happy with me. And then every time I do something to my hamstring, which has been regular for like the last 2 years, my hamstring
I
has
remember,
been,
yeah.
Every time I get better, I feel great, and then I go out and I do something, and I'm sprinting or I'm like playing slow pitch softball and whatever it is. Whenever I run on a softball field, my hamstring hates it. I played football games, had no issues sprinting down the field and kickoffs, nothing, no issues with the hamstring. Slow pitch softball, men's league Sunday morning. I make one cut, and it's like, hey, what are you doing, man? Like, come
You doing any dynamic warm-ups before?
Absolutely not, dude.
There you go, reaction.
Absolutely not.
That's the one thing to do.
It's Sunday morning slow pitch softball. I'm walking out there, dude.
Probably hungover from Saturday night.
No, I really haven't been drinking as much. And when I am drinking, I'm not drinking to excess. So, like, if I'm drinking, I'm having a couple beers, and, like, that's it. So, that's made a big difference. Like I said, I'm down, like, 14 pounds. So, like, that's played a huge role in that. Instead of me getting drunk on a Saturday, I might have a beer and chill or something. Like, it hurts Gar's soul for some reason. I want to have a beer. I'm sorry, Gar. We're not like you. So I definitely got to get the cardio going. But like I said, every time my hamstring acts up, the back has an issue. Like the next 2 days. So that's been shitty all week. And last week was a mess for me because I started the new launch of the website. So that was taking a lot of my time up. And then the new launch of the merch drop we just had. And that took a lot of time up. And then I started the other business. So that took a lot of time up.
Sounds like a crazy week, man. Yeah.
Last week I probably only worked out like twice or 3 times all week.
But you're still in first place.
In total. So now like it's chilled out a little bit more. Hopefully this next week I can go back to kicking ass again. And ideally I would like to be under like 245 by our next weigh-in. Whatever the body fat is will probably be somewhere in the 18% range. I'll be pretty happy there.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, we appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this. Thanks for listening, watching, following along for the experience to help us provide a better experience.
Oh, yeah. So, contact us. Comment under the posts, videos. Don't be shy.
Slide into those DMs.
Exactly. Send the email. Say it.
MitchellBlack@gmail.com.
We've been doing this for a few months now, and I still can't remember that.
That's all right. You could also submit the topic request form on our link tree to stay up to date on all that we're up to and will be up to. Follow us on Instagram @thefence_podcast, on YouTube @thefence_podcast, and wherever you listen to your podcasts, simply @thefence.
Oh, yeah.
See you next time. We'll be a couple pounds lighter.
I hope so too. Every time I go nearby sweets, my hands start shaking. Like my body's like.
Every time you go near what?
Near sweets, yeah.